Hello and welcome back to Step Out the Showdown. It's me, Gonzo, again, and I'm here with Jake for the last game tonight. How are you doing, Jake? How was the last game? The previous game, I guess.
It's interesting to see two locals play against each other with uh, a bit of history behind the game, placing a bit of bet. It certainly takes us off of this OP12 meta into something fresh. It was a good watch, although it was a very brutal game.
Yeah. Yeah, well, but still, I hope you enjoyed it and you got to comment as two local people on a game of two local people, which is kind of amazing. And we're going to go into something kind of similar because it's going to be four locals, London people involved this time. We're going to be getting some Division 2 gameplay, so it's kind of the start match of the night, and that's going to be Tinnoy on Green Purple Luffy facing ARJ on Green Yellow Law. Both of these players probably know each other longer than you and I know each other, even. They definitely know each other's kinks on the game, so it's going to be quite a good one, I'm hoping. And yeah, I'm kind of excited for this. There's also bragging rights on the table.
I am very excited for this one. Knowing both of these players, it should be a really good one. I think both of these players are very strong players. Both of these players are in pretty good positions in the Div 2. Both are on 2 wins. To be fair, Div 2 is looking very close in general. So this will certainly be a very interesting turning point for the division.
Yeah, no, definitely. And like to add a bit more spice to it, it's also a matchup that's very, very close in nature. It's not like there's a stompion from either of them, and it's gonna
Two,
be like a test of little maths. Like I played this a lot because my brother was maining Green Yellow Law when I was learning the GP deck, and genuinely, it's surprising how quick the game just goes away from you. If you just miss a bit on development, you're gonna be dead in 2 turns. Like it's insane. It's super fun.
both of these decks are kind of known to be the harder to pilot decks. And I think, I don't know if you can provide any more insight, but I certainly had this matchup down as quite a close 50-50 matchup.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like if you unless one of you misjudges the matchup and doesn't basically play for lethal, it's very very even. The key cards, at least on my experience, were Luffy Taro on the green purple side to kind of develop board, and then Law on the green yellow Law side to do the same thing. So basically, if one of you two develops one before the other, and the other cannot immediately respond with its counterpart, or if in the green yellow Law's case it's a bit too low a life to actually use that healed life, the game just runs completely out of control super quickly. And now that green purple actually has access to Dead Man's Game,
Or both decks now do,
yeah,
which will be
that
very interesting to see.
yeah, but I guess for Law they always had access to Hody, right? So
That
Hody
is
was
true.
always the play. Right now, both of them do, which I think might shift the game a bit towards green purple, but I kind of gotta see it because that bond is a really strong card as well. So we'll see.
I'm assuming ARJ won the dice roll here, choosing to take the second off GP. Um, both decks are playing quite similar in the early game, trying to set up their searches. We
Hmm.
saw the 7 cost being the key card added from ARJ. But we also saw Tinnoy running this Bishop Blow and searching it, which can very much help with getting over these big bodies for GP.
Yeah, no, 100%. I feel like that card is not as insane as Gamma Knife was because it's a bit less stun efficient, but once you set up some board, it does help a lot and it replaces itself. So there is that.
Oh, seeing very the perfect going second curve for ARJ here.
Hmm.
Kid Killer into the setting up leader power body, straight into Cavendish, and assuming this is the Mage coming down for 2 Don. Oh, nope, it's the Kyosho.
Even kind of protection. Um, I guess that does help a bit. There's also some slightly higher blocker count for green yellow now on the champ side of things, which can make things a bit more interesting. And now we're immediately going into the pudding play, buffing that
We'd love
pudding.
to see.
Oh, Yeah, that's
Dig
fair.
deeper for our next set turn as well.
Yeah, it's just kind of a bit annoying because that effectively means now that we're not gonna be able to play the Luffy Taro next turn, which might make things very awkward.
We're assuming we probably didn't have the Luffy Taro if we are doing this.
Yeah, you're likely right, but yeah, it's not where you want to be either.
Especially not with Cavendish stuck on board.
Yeah, that's the balance is shifting a bit towards the green yellow loss
We'll see
game plan right
what
now.
Green Yellow Law can do to capitalize on having this free turn with Cavendish set up.
Yeah. Okay, that's Kid Killer Searcher again.
Good thing is we do have the stage active on Sanji Pudding to protect us from potential Zeus's.
Yeah.
That would be a blowout in this matchup.
Mhm. Yeah, 100%. That does guarantee that Sanji Pudding is going to stick around. So if we get a second one, we might be able to do some atrocities next turn. Not as cool as Luffy Taro, but still, Sanji Pudding
Yep.
into either another one or Surgery would be great. Ooh.
We are seeing another body to set up life again. And it is going to be a law, so it can generate a lot of value now.
That's also Bonnie number 2 out of 2, which is interesting.
Yeah, we are only on the 2 Bonnie in this list.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit short on space because you do need to make some bits for the Perona in order to find your new key pieces,
Yep.
I guess.
We've certainly
So
got, compared to the old law lists, which had a lot of 4 ofs, we're now a lot of 1, 2, and even 3 ofs, even the like 7 cost law coming down.
mm, okay, I do like X-Drake. It's definitely one of the cards you do want to see. Although I suppose that nowadays there's no longer time for Chopper on this matchup, so it might not be as key as it used to. But it
No, I don't
definitely,
think we're running any blockers on the Tinnoy side now.
yeah. But we do have some defensive tools. I do like the fact that we up the Luna, and that's definitely gonna make things a bit awkward. Um, and it can bait some really interesting free blocks as well out of that law. So there is that, and then obviously we do have.
It would be pretty huge if we can bait the law into the Luna here.
Mhm. Ooh,
We do, yeah. I do wonder where this swing was headed, whether it was at Life or at Cavendish.
I was definitely alive. I
I feel
think
like it was.
you cannot afford to
Oh,
be.
it looks like we could just be going for it here.
Huh.
Tinnoy may have been very limited on his options and just choosing to try and end it now, before he gets outvalued by this incredible setup.
I guess so. There's also a chance we're just gonna go for board now or go for life now on sevens. Yeah, that's gonna eat away at the blockers.
Get this page blocker.
Hmm.
And it does seem like we're just. Oh, we're
Yeah,
choosing not to lead a power here.
not
Not
to
to Luffy
Luffy
power.
power. Yeah, I don't think we are on that much of a rush. I guess if we do have a defensive spell or two, we should
I
be all right.
we're at least threatening it.
Yeah. Yeah, like even on a Holdy angle now, we don't have enough done to like reliably kill green purple.
Well, we do get 2 of those Dom backs with Cavendish, so it could be a bit scary, especially with the amount of bricks which GP does run.
Yeah, but we do need to connect thrice, right? And even with the two
That is
done,
a bit of a push.
this is basically 8 done turn, so you're gonna have 3 done to reattach. So you could go like 6, 6, 8, 8.
Looks like we
It's
are just choosing to play Valor, which is probably the very safest decision here.
mhm.
Probably the best. We are gonna set up
Yes, good.
the Bonnie as well, which gives
Mhm.
us even more added defense. I do think this Bonnie is a really nice card for this Lord deck now.
Yeah, it is great, but
Is
we are on Dead Man's Game, right? If we do play that Bonnie off the top, it basically means we might immediately die to DMG. Okay, we find that Supernova. Was that a Kid and Killer?
I believe it was a Kid and Killer.
Mm-hmm.
What's interesting is we do potentially have ARJ's Kid and Killer into a DMG for a counter.
Yeah, that's definitely a decent option. But we don't run that many events, right? Just that
Just
one.
Deadman's now.
Mhm.
Although with blind lists, there is always the threat of maybe running the
Room.
shambles room.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Archie's actively trying to give us some basically road light blocks. And we go for the
Do get the
attachment.
Hell's Judgment here, which does completely just take away any pokes this turn.
Yeah, at the expense of a single down too, which is absolutely alright.
We are still swinging with it just so we can get up to the number of rested characters, I'm assuming, for the Bonnie.
Yep, that bounces. Oh, I feel like a dead man's game now is just gonna give us whiplash though. Yeah, trash in the brick because we kind of need to, and we're gonna restart. We're gonna enter with effectively 4 down left, right? Nope,
Oh, we are.
just
We
two.
are gonna. Looks like we're probably maybe just digging for more counter instead,
Mm-hmm.
and we
Yeah,
do find it in this 2K.
yeah, we're just fishing for those 2Ks.
Um, we are
That's
playing
a Piranha. No, Kid and
another
Killer.
Kid Killer, so we do potentially still have access to this hypothetical Deadman's game play.
That is
Uh,
one more 2K. Okay, what's the 2K count nowadays for low? Because I think it's higher than it used to be, right? But it should be 7?
Let me just go count.
Oh,
What?
9. Nice. 9 is good.
Yep, we have 9 in here, which is pretty
Yeah.
solid. Um,
Okay, we're just gonna start with the 7s.
yep, it's
Uh, those are some scary prospects.
I'm gonna choose to give counter on this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Chad just pointed out we're on 50. Thank you everyone for watching. Sorry, we're kind of lost into the commentary here. They're giving us some really technical gameplay with the dangers of pressure, and completely forgot about that. But it's awesome. Thanks everyone for watching. Also, small reminder: we're trying to make it to 1,000 followers on YouTube. So if you've not given us a follow over there, we're heavily appreciating it, and we will do a small giveaway once we reach the number. And stay until the end of the stream. We will do a very exciting announcement as we keep moving. All right. So 7 Euro plus abilities, 6.
We have searched out another standard pudding here,
Mm-hmm.
which I do wonder what we're aiming to achieve with that. If we're just gonna play it down now for card draw,
Yeah.
or whether we just didn't have any other targets.
Might have been the latter one of the two. We have 5 done left, which is not great. And yeah, as Chad is mentioning, ARJ refuses to play any deck that's not pimped. He's working on the manga bunnies, we presume, but those lots have been out for long enough that we will get it. Yeah, chat over there. That's generally a good option, but we did see early on Tin finding the brochette blow, so that would make things a bit awkward over there too. And Tin doesn't live in London, but he comes to London locals more often than most of us, actually. He visits a lot and has a huge community. Hey, Tin. Welcome to chat.
We're claiming him as London.
Yeah.
He's ours.
He's London local at
Norway
heart.
can't have him.
It kind of is London Mirror. It's funny. All right. So we do play another one.
We are leaving Modon up for
Anything.
any events here. So I wonder if Tin is quite confident with the counter he's got in hand to be going down to leaving nothing up.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually quite a scary board from ARJ.
Yeah, it's not unreasonable to try and lethal now, but it's also
It would be hard.
annoying.
It would be hard.
Yeah.
We
Ooh,
are
there we
going to
go.
save a kid here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Good thing is we are going to extend some of our damage with Cavendish restand.
Yeah, that will help possibly wipe some of this board. I guess we really want to get rid of that Luffy though.
we did we did go for the blind leader power here, and unfortunately revealed probably something a brick, which is probably the worst thing to reveal into our life here.
What was the brick? Sorry, that was like
It was
lightning fast.
a 7-cost law.
Yeah, that's not what you want to be saying. Had it been Holy, it lets you play with some mind games, but that's it. Okay, so that's gonna go 7.
Even if it was just a zoo swift, but you at least scare them into it.
Yeah. I mean, we do need to make space to play something off of Kid, right? Like worst case scenario, we're just bouncing Kid and Killer in and out. So not horrible.
At the end of the day, it also adds a counter back to hand.
Yeah. We do take that 6. And now we go down to 0.
It's like we are just pushing for this.
Board.
This the life was 7-cost law.
Mhm. Oh, we're countering. Then it was probably aimed at the Luffy.
And we are. Looks like we're probably going to be digging further counter again.
Oh, and we keep
Yeah.
finding the 2Ks.
These pages just love to be seen in these searches.
Yeah, that they do.
And we are going to just get this on there.
And Kid Killer comes back. Oh no, it's Bonnie.
Yeah. We are going to play the blocker. I guess we are potentially a little bit worried about Deadman's Game here, but Tim would have to play like Deadman's Game and the Bouchette below to sort of threaten down this kid.
We don't have to. Um,
And we are just going to see the Bouchette below straight away, which must be on the kid.
yeah, that's definitely it.
Bouchette below is even more important than restanding our characters.
Okay, we're gonna tax a bit of this. 2K1K. We did know those two as well, which is that, and we have 4 mystery cards.
Knowledge.
It doesn't really seem like we found the Dead Man's Game, because if we do, I feel like we.
I feel like the Dead Man's Game would have come out very quickly here.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's fun. 7 with Sorrow.
I think these 7s at this. We do still have 3 more swings present on board.
Yeah.
Which is number of swings we need to get through. Arch does have
We,
4 cards in hand.
it does. And he let
Knowing
that
about
one.
the last life is a huge
Mm-hmm.
benefit.
Yeah, that definitely is the trick, but you kind of need to split evenly, right?
Yeah, this would be just because we're swinging into both 5k leader and 5k kid. This would be a even split.
Yeah, it basically is just having two blockers, no life, effectively, where we are. So
Unless
that's
there's an
7.
option here where we do just try and take the kid and then leave Don up for defense.
I guess so. I guess you could go in that direction.
Because we do always have the ever so present Gum Gum Giant gaming.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to be poking a what looks to be
7.
7k.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
I definitely feel like we're going to potentially try and pivot into the defense if we're doing this.
I think I might have slightly preferred an 8. If that's a Dead Man's Game, that's gonna be. Oh my god. The timing on that is not bringing me
Fortunate.
joy. Timing on that is not bringing me any joy.
Now, I wonder how much are we going to be swinging here? Because there is always a world where this, if we don't swing enough, the kid gets countered, and then
Mm-hmm.
we've got an extra attacker on the side. But we now have
I
got
think
Dead Man's Game and Giant in hand. We
I
are
think
going to be
8.
pretty hard.
I think 8 might be the right number.
I guess it depends how many events in hand we do have.
We
If
do
we've
know
got double
there's 2.
Giant, then be feasible. Oh my god, are we playing another search? Oh no, we just had 6 characters on board. Do you get away
Yeah.
with swinging 7 here? This potentially shows that Tin has more more than just Giant and their man's always just being uh, very careful to play around ARJ's Dead Man game or Hody.
Yeah, I feel so, but also you're just respecting the potential Hody or Dead Man games coming from the other side, right? Like you do need to survive. So leaving 3 open might be kind of difficult to guard 2 of the 3 swings. While if you leave 4, like even in those cases, you're still gonna be able to use the 2 you've shown. So it's all right. Still feel like if we had started the turn with a search over there and found the Dead Man's Game, we would have had a closing argument instead. But well, you also.
Well, I guess we did need to swing. We did need to use up some of the Don first to lead the power, but I guess that would have been covered by the Bruchette blow.
Yeah, that's it. Brochet plus that gave us exactly the amount of Don needed to be rested, right? And then we go a bunch of 7s into Kid. It
Are
perishes.
swinging 10k here into leader.
Okay. That's save
Yeah,
number
there it is.
1.
Deadman plus 2k. We are keeping the giants ready.
Mm-hmm. Or in hand. Hmm.
Seeing the Rona come down here, so
I guess. Ooh. That's not what we want to see. Can ARJ squeeze away from this now?
that does feel like we've just now wasted one dom. Well, I guess it's not wasted because we do have a Cavendish to restand it. But it does indicate that we're not using a Deadman's game.
Okay, so
Ooh,
that's how we get the dome back from Cavendish.
that is interesting. I don't actually see many GY Lord players doing this, using bouncing the already attached Don to turn into a rested Don.
So,
We do see a search event off of life, but we are going to add the second
insult to
Deadman's
injury.
game,
Yeah,
which just immediately we're going to have enough counter with the Gum Gum Giant plus Deadman's.
we
We,
don't.
we don't even need a
Yeah,
giant.
yeah, and keeping that
Oh,
giant.
we had all the 2Ks.
Oh my, that's so much counter. We were kind of out of business, but that was so much counter. Okay, then I guess it's fine to not dig for the Deadman's game late, but it was definitely heartbreaking to see that. Tin takes game number one, and yeah,
But, but very close in the end because ARJ did hit that very, very strong opening curve.
hmm
So it's really interesting to see Tin manage to
yeah.
fight his way
This
back
is
from that.
this is basically what I meant on the early comments on this. Like if one of them two has like the power to go wide with low while the other doesn't, that immediately pulls a lot of weight. And we didn't see Luffy Taro, right? So Tin was able to play Sanji Pudding into Sanji Pudding, but it wasn't really a comfortable spot to be on because there wasn't anything genuinely big to threaten things, and all of them needed to be defended. We saw a bunch of cards being dropped.
I think
Um,
what's interesting as well is we managed to keep the 6 cost Luffy on board for quite a while on that inside, which
yeah,
just as long as that is up on the board, it
yeah, has a huge target.
it's a ticking time bomb.
hmm
Like Tin essentially RJ had to respect that and give him the counter each
Yeah,
turn just in case Tin pulled the trigger.
yeah, it doesn't let you be greedy at all, and like it didn't even need to restand all game, right?
It
That's
did
the
not.
power of that secret, right? Okay, I'm assuming we're gonna get. Ooh, so Arj is taking first away from Tin, playing on the aggressive side.
It's interesting. We do get to see things like 7 cost law on curve, which is always nice.
Mm.
Tin
Tin,
got
why do
first
you?
in GP propaganda.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm kind of curious. Tin, why don't you like your deck? It's a great deck. Looks really cool. The only reason not to play Green Purple if you have some practices to play Sakazuki because you're a maniac like me. That's it. That's it. Keep playing it. It's good.
I think
Uh,
maybe these are radio matchups can be a bit daunting.
yeah, no, they are. I feel like you don't need to take a lot to kind of get away with it. That's an interesting question coming from chat. Let me quickly stop talking and check the sound, and we will verify with Jack as well whether the sound is double. Just 1 second.
Just testing. Do you have any problem with the sound still?
No, it seems to be fine for me. Maybe Druid has a second tab open somewhere.
I have noticed that with Twitch sometimes it can open
Yeah,
the previous VOD at the same time.
yeah, that's basically it. All right. Perona into Kid and Killer for ARJ. So no
We are just
atrocities
seeing the
wiping it.
Zoran curve here take out the body. I guess it doesn't matter too much at this point because ARJ is likely going to be playing. I guess it depends if we have what we have in hand from ARJ here as to whether he can still lead to power. If we have the Cavendish, we can still play that and lead to power.
This is the default atrocity play, right? Like we just need to
And
play our 2K.
yep, we'll see if we have the mage in hand as well. Or if we are going to go blind.
No,
We do have
we
the
have
mage.
we have plenty of eyesight. We're not going blind. Ooh,
Oh, we're going to be going for a lot of value here.
hmm that is
And it,
basically the best going first approach to the game they can have, right?
yep, and we even get the protection effect as well here. Well, I guess this
Ooh,
doesn't matter too much in this matchup because we don't have the radio knives or any of those weird techs in, which I have seen GP run in the past.
hmm Yeah, it's not quite the same, but it is nice to have two blockers, right? So like early Deadman's game couldn't really finish things up.
I think Tinnoy dig here. I mean, I always loved the 6 on turn from GP because of essentially strategy putting into a 4 drop.
hmm
But wait, it looks like we don't have that sort of high roll.
No,
In fact,
and
it's looking like
maybe
we may even not have the strategy pudding if we're not slamming it down here.
we might be considering things for value. It's kind of a shame that we use that Zoro though. It would have been a lot more valuable now into the blocker.
Or just swinging. this
Yeah.
this is a very unfortunate turn here because we do still have we have not progressed our board in any way, and we're still staring down this double 5k, especially a very good 6k blocker, and also the absolute horror, which is Cavendish generating that value every single turn.
Yeah.
We are going to see another 2 bodies hit the board.
Okay, let's see. Oof.
We are going to have to let this Zoro go because otherwise we are going to potentially extract a lot of value from Tin's hand. We are going to counter the first one.
Now it's about making decisions to spend more down on wiping it, or we just keep the aggro, but hmm, not exactly where we want to be.
I do feel like GP's hand size is very precious, so it doesn't really, if not normally worth keeping these bodies on board, but I guess it is the only thing we have going for us at the moment.
Yeah, that's kind of the problem. If that dies, we are kind of in a bad spot. And if we let it die, then we kind of have to defend the swing at life because we cannot afford to be on one. Hmm. That's leader ability now.
Again, at this, I think the threat here is because we know the body's coming down, so we still have the 6k blocker. Oh, it's actually going into life. I was thinking if we were going to go into Zoro and then potentially swing with the law because we already have the body coming up.
That's exactly it, cuts to draw two trash one from Bonnie. Yeah.
Perfect. And we do get the 1 Don up, so we can potentially swing 7.
Mm-hmm. And we're trashing the blocker because we don't really need them anymore. That's two blockers. Ugh.
I wouldn't have hated swinging 7 with the law here. Just to really apply the pressure where we're in this position.
Yeah, I like it too. I guess the problem is you could kind of get um your Cavendish destroyed by the brochette blow if you do that with the current like board, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose. But I think we've got enough board already to,
Hmm.
if we want to, drop that many resources into it.
Yeah. Oh my god, this is kind of hard to watch. It feels like we're seeing the worst side of GP playing into the best side of
This was this was
green
definitely
yellow.
why I had GP. I love hated GP.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Law is just doing everything that it can do. It's immediately gone third church chain into Cavendish beige into Law.
And we're just dropping a Luffy here, which is not the
Yeah.
dropping we're doing. I mean, having to lead a power without a Sanji pudding set up. So we are just straight up losing Don.
Hmm. Yeah, and also no Frankie either. Like we genuinely had no recovery mechanism in place, which is ugh,
It's like we're
hard
just
to
going
watch.
Hail Mary for this Cavendish right now.
Yeah.
But he has Tin's still got a healthy hand size. He may be able to defend this board on the clapback.
It's possible, but kind of unlikely.
We are just choosing to let the body go. I don't
Yeah.
hate because we do know we're going to be healing again off of the 7 cost law which we added last turn.
Kansas is huge. But I guess we are not really in a rush here from the green yellow's perspective either. We
Especially because we know um, that Tinnoy doesn't have all the pieces he would like here.
Mhm. Specifically the couple of a piece
Yep,
that's missing very very heavily.
here it is.
And
We do have that second
oh,
law
law
down
into law.
off.
Yeah, law into law. That's attaching the one
Or
done.
being able to now consist as long as we keep seeing 7 cost laws, being able to consistently pump out these strong double body turns. And with the Cavendish, we're not shying away from big blows either.
Mm. No, they're gonna be fairly massive. I kind of don't hate an 8 here, to be honest. But I guess it's fine to just book a 6 that they
Uh,
cannot take, and then you can go.
but I would be worried because we do know GP deck seems to always have 2Ks.
Yeah,
Whether we're purposely trying to cut them down for late game.
yeah. And now we kind of need to swing into the Luffy. Probably an 11 for 3 cards out
We
of
don't
hand.
have any Don active, so we know we're safe from the GGG.
Yeah, that's what I
Well,
mean.
GGG here would put Tinnoy back so
Mhm.
far from Don that probably wouldn't even
Yeah,
be.
I'd still go for it. Oh, and we find the MG as well.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah. I think it's okay to. Huh. Okay. What wonderful trigger have we just pulled? What could that be?
Oh, we are just choosing to put the pressure on.
Was that a
Which,
Bagua? No, I feel like a Bagua we just play.
yeah, we're now got a very safe board from ARJ, while also a very scary one for Tinnoy being on 0 life here.
I actually really heavily dislike swinging at life there.
I think I'd prefer to just play it safe and try and take out this
But it's not
Rush
even
Luffy.
play it safe, right? Like the problem I have with it now is that that Luffy can swing life for free.
Yep.
There's like, well, there's just done commitment as a problem, but basically it no longer has a cost to do so.
I'm going to be poking away at this reduced Cavendish now. I swear Tinnoy only is on one of these push-up blows, but I have seen him play it so much over these couple of games I've watched him on stream now. I'm still not entirely a believer of it. I'm still going to call it a poor man's gamma knife, but that is my own
Yeah,
bias.
no, that's definitely the case. Okay, that's die a terrible death now. Are we gonna restand it or just manage sun? Manage sun. Okay.
Can Tinnoy do to try and increase his odds here of
Somehow
surviving on zero
survive.
life?
I feel like Fate is being quite annoying to Tino today, right? Like that he keeps finding a card that would have been extremely relevant at the turn he plays it,
Yep.
but after the whole turn has been committed. I don't think that Sora would have saved the day either. But it might have
Yeah.
done.
I'll just gonna be swinging for the annoying numbers. 10. Nice.
Ooh,
Okay, we are gonna see this Hell's Judgment here.
that is interesting. So that basically brings that load down to a stick. So we need another 2K. Yeah.
One is on the second law.
Mhm. 6 cards in hand, and we do have a wimpy second law to swing with.
Yeah, we are gonna play this Perona. Um, I wonder what the intended target to try and, or the optimal target is here. Because even if we do find Dead Man's Game, we still do have one done up on Tinoy's side.
I think Arch found one last hand, right? So we
Yeah,
might be
he did.
looking for the second copy. But I think you probably should have done that before swinging the first one if you're going to commit to that, and then just go 10-10. Maybe 10-10, 6-6. What?
We are gonna blind lead the power here. We do reveal the QHG.
Okay, that's information. It's potable intel. It doesn't really seem like Tin can fully threaten lethal, but that Luffy is.
That Rush Luffy is still on the board. I have to say, I
Mhm.
really would have loved to see it get taken out last turn.
Yeah,
Especially now that the Hell's Judgment has come down, which really does reduce the chances of finishing this game here.
100%. And I don't think Arch basically has given up on
We've
going for a game
been
this turn.
too on not going for the game this turn, so I don't think we're going to be going into it.
Oh, that's the Sora goes away. I don't know if I like those sorrows or I don't like those sorrows, because on the one hand it's a cool art, on the other hand it doesn't shine at all. So I'm not sure if I'm getting love
Look at the
or
winner ones.
disrespect. Seven swing is an interesting number. Another blocker. And ARJ is
Yeah,
representing purple Luffy levels of counter events.
which is quite crazy, seeing as we only run the DMGs.
Yeah. I also feel like we are kind of disrespecting the board a bit too much. If we had swung that final 7k into the Zoro, we would be
I
getting rid of.
definitely would have liked to, especially when we're in such a head position of ARJ, to really slow this game down by
Mhm.
taking out his board.
Yeah, that's it. It's a lot more scary now because of the Zoro. Like, there's more swings to be distributed, right? While if you clean that Zoro, there's only going to be 3 swings to your 3 blockers and 1 life. So that even through a DMG, you they would still need all of the swings to connect, which is very awkward. Well, now with the Zoro, it's a different story. And leader cannot be a 6k on attack unless you waste your lethal done. So it's
We are using Tinnoy is just digging here. Uh, you we're probably gonna see a -2 on these done or those done being restood.
yeah,
I'm going 6 into life here. Oh, 2k check. ARJ
yeah,
passes the 2k check.
yeah. Chad is genuinely surprised by this game not being over quite yet, but I do feel like part of it might have been Arch playing on the defensive.
Yeah, it definitely was a more defensive from him. And we are going to take this life here, which,
Yeah, we had 3 blockers and there's no
yeah,
more done. That's okay.
even DMG can't get us out of this.
6k swing.
I think ARJ really wasn't expecting the Hell's Judgment on the swinging for that lethal turn either. That really did mess up his numbers. For
Definitely. And
poking.
now, now we're gonna be a bit carried by that same play as well, which is kind of interesting. There needs to be some respecting
However,
to.
we are only on the one copy of Hell's Judgment, so we
Mhm.
are hoping just to get carried by GGG here for on the Tinnoy side.
Yeah, and I think that's a lot of carrying. Ooh, there we go. That's number 2, and now 6 at life, 1k, 2k. Ooh, 6 at life, 2k, 9, and a bunch of
We
events.
do just have all events there.
Hmm.
So that game did go a lot closer than I thought with the Arja start and Tinnoy just not seeing a single sandy pudding. But
Yeah, or
Arja does
Luffy
manage to
Taro.
close this out.
It just felt like it was a bit of an unfortunate game, but extremely close, which surprises me a bit. Maybe I mean, technically speaking, Arch did have like huge defensive capabilities, so he could play it a bit safer. But I didn't like some of the swing-in decisions, especially when we had a 5k to swing into for just like free counter value. Later on, when we did know that like leader basically, if we somehow succeed those swings that we did 6 or 7s at lead, we were definitely would have like the right play would have been to just go for lethal, right? So I feel like if we are judging that lethal is not valuable, we just needed to kind of go for it. But it's it's definitely an interesting game that we saw. Like,
Hey, the good thing is we get to go into a game 3 here,
hmm,
which is always very exciting.
yeah, and I wonder what pin is gonna be deciding now. As in going first or second.
Yeah, because we have seen it both ways now.
Hmm.
But Tin is running away.
Yeah. Ooh, our production team decided it's time to run a bit of a prediction one. Game threes are always the best, and when it's divs one or two, everything's kind of up on the line. So we will see. I I feel like knowing whether to go first or second is always one of the hardest things to do here. If you're trusting on getting a good roll, I feel like both of the like GP probably wants to go second, even though like going first is super powerful for green yellow low when we see this level of like um Cavendish into secret low place. And now that we have a lot of like efficient searchers for them, it might just be better to take away that first and be on the aggression. And I think on this match, after seeing how ARJ was playing a bit more on the defensive than he might have needed to, yeah, maybe just go first and punish
Yeah,
that.
I think maybe Ardris was so far ahead he took his eye off the ball a little bit there.
Yeah, that is awesome. All right.
So let's get into this. I am curious what the chat say about on the predictions.
Mhm. Let's take a look. Oh, that banner from our sponsor, Brem, is amazing. If anyone hasn't clicked on it, please go and you will get some good deals on top of it as well. But yeah, prediction points. We have 90 points for Green Purple Luffy and 0 for Low. Nobody trusts Sarge. It's unfathomable, but I do feel like everything's kind of still up in the air.
Definitely still up in the air. I do think Tins is on a bit of a hot streak with
Hmm.
GP when he actually sees the cards. So
Yeah,
I can definitely see the Tinnoy high up at the moment. And
yeah.
we do have R dropped in to go second this time. I know Tinnoy
No,
opted to
Tin
go
is taking
first,
first
and
away.
that's the way, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to know whether it's for the aggression or just to steal away the Cavendish place because.
Yeah, because we do have that double um, five course play, which
Mhm.
was very brutal. This is nice with Tins finally seeing his Luffy Taro and going on the odd curve as well. We can see that Luffy Taro coming down on curve.
All right.
A lot of flirting between Brem and Deggers in chat. Uh,
Yeah, a tiny bit of banter always good, and also some predictions for the announcement we're going to do right at the end of this match. That I will not spoil whether are correct or not quite yet, but if you stick to the end of the game, you will figure that out. And I promise it's going to be exciting for anyone who enjoys watching us. So please hang around. It will be a very short one, but it will be great.
and we are seeing no freedom turn here from Tim, but I do really like 5-5 as a freedom turn. Um,
Yeah,
just
I
trying
don't
to
think
pats
double
down
counter is
that
an
hand
option.
immediately. And
Yeah.
funny enough, it actually punishes ARJ here with a 2K.
Yep. Nami
Unless
dies a
he is
terrible
just trying to
death. Sorry, gone.
unless he was just trying to keep his 1Ks for combo pieces. Is very likely in the lore deck.
Yeah.
We do see the very nice Kid Killer into Bonnie curve for ARJ. It's a shame we don't see the Cavendish.
Is unfortunate. We're not gonna get done cheating, which is a different story. But we are a bit more tanky on the defense side, and now we are gonna reach 5 done. So I guess
We
we
do find the Cavendish for next turn, and the good thing is we do have for sure have the free cost Bonnie
mm,
in hand to get that Cavendish into life to be cheated out.
yeah, first lies free for Tinnoy over here, and green purple goes down a bit.
God on curve. This is interesting that we're seeing the lead power here, knowing that we have the Luffy Chara in hand.
Yeah. Also, like this is not something I noticed before, but actually ARJ is running Tashigi, so it's not 9 2Ks. We're jumping on Green Yellow Love from 7 all the way to 12 2Ks.
It's a lot. I'm wondering if
It's
we could see the Frankie now. There we go.
yeah, I was gonna say that if Frank is not there, I probably don't go for the swing, and that's low would have given a lot of free value. But no, he's
Oh,
there.
gonna hit this Luffy tower on curve from the Tim, most likely, providing he does have a target to play off of it.
Hmm. Yeah, had it been the other way around, we probably would have prioritized going like natural six and Sorojuro, which is also a respectable play. But we'll see where we land with this. It's
Yeah.
definitely more staying power. Sanji putting on board is always where you want to be.
Have to see what ARJ can set up in this turn. We do know he has the Cavendish in hand, which he could hard play and restand on. Uh, I'm wondering if he has the Beige as a cheaper option. Ooh, we are just gonna Zeus here this Sanji pudding, which is very, very nice.
But we're down to one
We
life.
are down to one life.
Possibly zero? No way.
This is very interesting. Uh, we are going down to zero. Here's where the 5-5 was good. Don't worry, Imprez. The big announcement is still to come after this game. So do
Yeah.
stick around.
Yeah. It's not been announced quite yet. We are just gonna do it afterwards, and we will share it on socials afterwards. So if you're not following our About the Show on Twitter or any of our casters, you might not get wind of it, but it's super cool. I promise. Okay.
What's interesting here is we are swinging with the blocker, even though we are on zero life now.
I mean, we do have a different blocker. Ooh.
And there we go. We do at least add a law to try and gain back a health. Well, I guess it does depend whether we want to be leader powering that life or not.
Okay. Now we are on 7. So we could Deadman's game the Dawn and the and the blocker. Go 5 with Frankie. Use leader ability.
I certainly feel that the Tid asking cards in hand there
Yeah.
could be. Yeah. Does he go for it angle? But no, I think we do just. Oh, we got the rush
Oh
Luffy.
my god. Yeah.
Are we just going for it?
Uh-huh.
I think we are.
It does look like it. It's gonna be 5, 6, 7, 7. Okay, that's one more 1K that we probably drew.
This
It's kind of wild.
this is very wild, especially because we knew we had the Luffy Tower in hand.
Hmm.
So, but I guess Tinnoy is only down to one life himself. There is Lord Cavendish set up as pretty kind of scary. Are we leader powering here? Are we? I keep saying leader power because it's a Luffy as well, but it's Luffy's power. It
We
looks like
are
we're not
not.
actually firing the trigger.
That's gonna be another 7. Eating the block.
Wonder if we're gonna regret this, not going for this now. This will be interesting to find out. Uh,
Uh,
the card in the middle is Cavendish. Our chat.
yeah, that's a very shiny Cavendish getting super reflective as well. Ooh.
Very law accurate Cavendish, sparkling all the way.
Yep. Actually, kind of very funny.
Now, does ARJ try and bite the bullet back? Or are we just going to see this 7 cost law to be safe?
I feel like Law are leaving that. But,
Yeah, there's a lot of options here. Like, law, do we just, depending on what we're putting here, do we just keep this in life? Seeing all kinds of crazy uh, theories for what the announcement could be in chat.
I'm not gonna read that out loud. Um, why do you? I filter that. My brain made me filter that. Okay. Uh,
The announcement will be that we're finally going to pay for Gonzo to get therapy after what chat does to him.
yeah, that would be amazing. If you guys wanna donate or like subscribe, like definitely I could use some of that. Um, I'm not sure Jack's gonna let me pay for it though. Uh, okay, so we do use the bunny.
Yeah, I like the swinging with Perona to make sure we have the rested tarot cards ready.
Always nice.
We are on the unfortunate situation where we are only on double blocker at the moment. Oh, but that beige could change this. Change that fact because we still have the Dom from Cavendish.
Do you still have them? That could be triple blocker.
The only scary thing is we've managed to stick this 6 cost Luffy again, which is a huge amount of swings to come.
Yeah, that's quite quite a bit. Five
That's
cards in
6 in
hand.
hand.
Oh, six? I thought it was five, but yeah, six. Six. It sounds about right. Hmm.
We do also have the Don ups for potential Deadman game of our own as well.
We've already seen one though, and most like we do know there are at least two, but it's also kind of common knowledge that there rarely are more than two. So I feel like if we do have the deadmans, we're just gonna prioritize the blockers.
Yeah, I feel the blocker is a bit more important than the free kick counter here.
100%. And I don't think that deadman's on the cards actually. It's very unfortunate that we're not really seeing much Sanji put in action from Tinnoy these games. We did see one this game, but it did immediately get Zeused. So there is that.
But Zeus was a very interesting dynamic in this matchup because it immediately put ARJ more on the clock, but it also really forced Tinnoy off of this Sanji pudding line.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, chat is requesting some Arch signature gameplay to be done to Arch, which is also very funny. We do have
This
it
actually
done,
would be hilarious here.
right?
Um, in fact,
Oh,
triple Uso Hachi then restand 2 Don and being able to swing. Uh, we still have enough Don active to restand.
mm-hmm. Definitely.
We do have one Uso Hachi in trash, so I'm not gonna get my hopes up too much for that. however funny it would be.
Yeah, that is very, very accurate. Okay, there is an interesting like side effect of Frankie on the fact that it gives you a rested Don. So that's kind of a +1 of leader or a free 5 swing. Um, because of the resting ability when you don't want to play anything else, right? Like if you don't manage to rest 4 of your Don on natural ways, you can also use the Frankie to recover a rested Don that you might be able to then restand with
A
leader.
little bit of extended is just what we need. I'll just get track, but I'll just trash here.
Mm-hmm. I really wish I did know what the hand had. That's 6 unrested.
Oh,
Double Uso.
we get 2 Usos.
Yeah, that's gonna get both the. Huh. You know, I actually kind of might have preferred leaving one of the 6Ks up.
I think the thing is that you could potentially force ARJ just to sacrifice it, which damages clapback.
And you get the free Sanji swing.
Oh, and we are just going straight for it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 9 at life. And he has it. That's up to 10. Yep. And that is game.
You know, discarding one of his own Uso hatches a bit too soon there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we could have seen that triple Uso hatchy dream.
Checking, and there was no dead man's game over there, so that would have done the trick for him either. That's a game
We
for
didn't actually
ARJ.
extend with the Frankie there, but
Yeah, no, that's fair. And with that, before we leave, exciting announcement, which is from this point on until the end of the season, every single Sunday, starting 2 days from now, we're going to have a special guest joining the commentary team to do commentary of the best games of the week. And this Sunday, the person that's going to be joining us, and I'm extremely excited about myself, it's the authentic Kai, Ikaila Kai, who's probably one of the bigger content creators we have in the game, and he's making a huge effort by staying super late in order to share amazing gameplay with me and the team. And it's genuinely incredible. I please beg everyone over here to just tell all of your friends. It's going to be one of the best Sundays we've had so far. And that's not the only one. Every single week that's left of this season, someone special will be joining us. There's a lot of amazing people that want to support this project. So please do the same. Thank you so much for watching until the end. And that's kind of Sabaody Showdown. Whew! Finally, secret's out. Excited about
very,
this, Jake?
very exciting. Kai, I think, is one of the best YouTubers, content creators at the moment for the game. So glad to get him on board.
And an incredible communicator, someone we want to learn so much from as well. And you know, it's inspiring and amazing to get him to join. So like, I cannot wait till Sunday, and I hope to see every one of you here then. And again, thank you so much for watching us. This has been Shabao the Showdown, and we promise to be back very soon. Have an awesome evening.
Good night.